Whether it's smooth sailing in the economy or we're in the middle of a perfect financial storm, there is so much to consider when it comes to protecting your financial future. Inflation, volatile markets, we have national debt, high taxes, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional, and protecting and growing your nest egg is my business. Coming up on today's show,
leveraging direct indexing, strategies for volatility, preparing for long-term care, and much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saving the Investor. Great to have you with us on this Southwest Florida Sunday morning. My name is Craig Wolf, and I am here as always with certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend here at the Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie, good morning.
Good morning.
We've been starting a lot of the shows lately about uncertainty, volatility, fear, and how to protect yourself against all of those factors. But this morning we're going to start talking the show by talking about how to take advantage of this volatility. No pun intended. We're here at the Advantage Retirement Group. And I believe direct indexing, tax loss harvesting is one strategy that you like to employ.
Yes. Yeah, this is what we do, Greg, with our high net worth clients that come in. They have a portfolio. They might be holding, a few stocks, Apple, Amazon, that have a lot of gains in there. Okay, and they don't want to, they need to diversify, but they don't want to sell and pay all these taxes on the gains. So one of the strategies that we use is direct indexing. So what we will do is we will take, let's say 60 to 70 companies that mirror the S&P, that tracks the S&P, and we're going to look for opportunities. And a volatile market is a great option because when things are going down, instead of just writing them down and writing them up, what our back office is going to be doing is our managers, they're going to be selling these stocks. I'm going to give you one example. Let's just say Exxon, the reports came out and Exxon stocks came down. And you have Exxon, so what we would do is we would take advantage of that downturn and sell Exxon, okay, and create a loss for that. But what we want to stay invested in the market. So you can't buy that back for 30 days, but what we can do is we can buy a company similar to that, maybe a Chevron, to stay invested. So we're going to do that, along the days and the months and the years, and create losses in your portfolio that most people don't take advantage of. And what you're going to do is you're going to offset some gains. So like we talked about, someone that comes in, they have Apple and they have, $500,000 a gain in Apple, and they want to get more diversified, so they want to sell maybe $100,000 of gain of Apple. So that's no problem. We sell it, and then we have a credit here of $100,000 because we've been working your portfolio. Think about us working your portfolio and looking for opportunities. That's all it is looking for opportunities. And we can offset that $100,000, and all of a sudden you were able to sell your Apple, not pay any taxes on it, and then buy maybe 10 companies instead of just one. So it's a good way to diversify and pay your taxes at the same time.
And over the years of working with you, I know you talk a lot about passive versus active investing. This sounds like a real good example of active investing.
You're right, because passive is you build a portfolio, you just leave it there, rebalance, but you don't make any changes. Where actively managed, there's always going to be sectors that are going to be hotter than other sectors. So you can take advantage of that when you're actively managed. You can do, like we're talking about, tax loss harvesting by doing some direct indexing, but there's opportunities out there. And what our job is at the Advantage Retirement Group is to educate our viewers and our listeners on radio, and when people come in, we give them all the options that we do here at the Advantage Retirement Group, because we are a concierge type of firm, meaning that we have we have things that a lot of other firms don't have that we introduce to our clients.
You're the expert. I'm the talking head. That's why I kept my mouth shut during this segment, because you did a great job of explaining direct indexing as a strategy.
Thank you.
So we're just getting started this morning on Saving the Investor. If you want some more information on direct indexing or any of the topics that we talk about here on Saving the Investor, give Alfie a call at the Advantage Retirement Group. More to come. Stick around.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Are you worried about inflation and how it's affecting your retirement?
Well, you're not alone. According to a recent study, 73% of Americans rank their finances as their number one stress in life.
But don't worry, there's help available. Alfie's free retirement toolkit can help you transform your worries into confidence.
Inside this toolkit, you'll find valuable resources like a guide to creating a retirement income plan, tips for saving for retirement, and strategies for protecting your retirement savings from inflation.
Plus, you'll get a copy of Alfie's new book, Making Waves in Retirement.
This free toolkit provides valuable insights like ways to transform your worries of retirement into confidence, ways to discover the weak points in your retirement plan, ways even small changes to your retirement plan can make a big difference, and how big your tax bill could be in retirement.
To get Alfie's free retirement toolkit, simply text the word KIT to 239-747-1080. That's KIT to 239-747-1080.
Don't wait and act now. This offer is only available for a limited time. Text KIT to 239-747-1080 today and start building a worry-free retirement.
I love the game of golf, and there's a couple times I was able to play with a caddy. And every time I play with a caddy, it lowers my score 4 to 5 strokes. Now that's a lot. If you play golf, if you can lower your score 4 or 5 strokes, that's huge. And the same thing is, why can I lower my score? Why can a caddy lower my score? Is very easy. They give me shortcuts. They tell me where to hit the ball. They tell me what not to do. They tell me where to putt, break, where the break is that I can't see. And the same thing goes with really a certified financial planner professional. When you have that, we're looking at everything. We're looking at risk reduction. We're looking at asset allocation. We're looking at taxes. We're looking at everything, your whole picture. And that's what we're trying to do for you, is lower your risk, increase those returns, and then have a plan in place so that you don't have to worry about, where you're going to take the income. If the market goes down, what are you going to do? There's a lot of things out there that is clouding people's, really, their returns right now, because it is not easy to invest when the market is volatile. A lot of times people want to get out of the market when the markets are going down. It's like the worst thing to do. So maybe to have a certified financial planner professional on your side is what you need. Like I said, if a caddy can lower my score 4 to 5 strokes, what can a certified financial planner professional do for you? So again, our goal is to lower that risk that you currently have. Our goal is to look at what you have and put a plan in place and make sure you have income coming in. If you have income coming in, you don't care what the market's doing, and because it's not, your income is not coming from your portfolio all the time. We'll have it coming from different asset classes. So when you're looking at financial planning, you want to look at all that to take volatility out, not worry about volatility, not worry about taxes, because we're looking at all that for you. So I hope you can give us a call and let us show you what we can do here at the Advantage Retirement Group.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Living in Southwest Florida, we're all way too familiar with storms. But what if the perfect financial storm hits while you're in retirement? Are you prepared? Well, certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend has a new book out called Making Waves in Retirement. It breaks down the insights that Alfie's gained in his 4 decades of helping people just like you plan for retirement, featuring real stories about real people, illustrating what they've done wrong and what they've done right. Strategies to help retirees and those soon to be retired make the right decisions and avoid costly mistakes, whether it's battling inflation, navigating market volatility, or managing the threat of recession. These strategies may help you too. If you save for retirement, this book should be on your shelf. Get your complimentary copy today simply by being one of the first 5 callers. Call now for your free copy of Alfie's book, Making Waves in Retirement. Call 239-747-1080. You've protected your home when the storm is coming. Do the same with your hard-earned retirement dollars. Call now to get your free copy of Alfie's book, Making Waves in Retirement. 239-747-1080.
I've been blessed to be in the financial industry for the past 40 years. And also having a show here in Southwest Florida, a TV show, a radio show, helping people with their finances. Now, we get questions all the time, and we are going to answer some of these questions right now.
How do you assess your client's risk tolerance?
So risk is a very important topic. How we're going to measure it for our clients is we're going to do a risk assessment. Now, this isn't pick a number between 1 and 10. We are literally going to ask questions, and the way that you answer the questions was put together by a team of psychologists. It's not 1 to 10, like I said. It's more of emotional-based questions, which is good because we want to see how you would act if you're losing money or making money. So we get a real good number by asking it this way, and then we put a portfolio based on your risk number, which is the proper way to do it, if you ask me.
What is the best way to manage taxes in retirement?
So taxes are very, very important. We're going to do some Roth conversions for our clients if it's suitable for them. We have a program to let you know what tax bracket you're going to go into. If we do take some of your IRA and convert it over to a Roth so you can have some tax-free money down the road. But we have some great strategies for taxes to really do tax harvesting. If you're sitting with a stock that has a lot of cap gains and you want to start taking some of those gains and be more diversified, there's some strategies that we can do called direct indexing, and that could be a great advantage for you to get some tax harvesting losses for future gains that we can really wash them out. When you sell one, you can use the loss to wash it out and not pay any taxes a lot of times.
Should insurance be part of my retirement plan?
So insurance comes in all forms. Back in 1983, when I first started this business, insurance was a big part of my practice. I did Medicare supplements, I did long-term care, life insurance, health insurance. So my background, was insurance at the beginning, and then it turned into a certified financial planner, into more of the asset allocation, investment side. But insurance is going to be a part of some people's portfolio. If you have a large estate, a lot of our clients would buy life insurance to pay estate taxes. So life insurance could be a part of it. There's some tax advantages with life insurance to this day that are fantastic if you want to pass a legacy on. So you also would have maybe an annuity to give you an income that you can never ever outlive. Since interest rates are going up, annuities are paying very good rates right now, better than they have been in 20 years. So it's something you might want to look at if you're looking for income down the road. So insurance could be a part of your whole portfolio.
What's the most efficient way to donate to the causes that I care about?
So when you're in a situation where you want to give money to charities, and there's different ways to do it. You can do it in a charitable remainder trust. There's just different ways to do it. You can leave it in your will. The best way to do it is, if you want to give money away, would be IRA money, to give the IRA money to the charity upon your death, and then leave the other monies that's not taxable to your heirs. That would be the best way. So there's different situations, there's different strategies that we would do, but we would look at all of them, and sometimes it does pertain having to get a trust of some type. And we do have relationships with attorneys that would help set that up for our clients.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Maybe you remember the old TV commercial, "Pay me now or pay me later." Consider this. We are actually in the lowest tax bracket in the past 30 years, but these rates may not last for long. And where they may be headed could put a dent in your retirements. But there are things you can do now to reduce your future tax debt and make informed decisions about your retirement. Certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend has a great free resource here at the Advantage Retirement Group. Just go to savingtheinvestor.com and you can generate a quick report that can help you evaluate your potential tax bill in retirement. And it takes less than a minute. If what you've learned surprises you, it's time to talk to Alfie. There may be ways that he can help improve those numbers so that you can keep more of the money that you've worked so hard to save. Paying your fair share is one thing, but who wants to pay even a penny more? Protect your financial future, find out if your retirement tax bill could be too big, and you can do it by visiting savingtheinvestor.com or using the QR code on your screen right now.
Welcome to another segment of Team Talk. I'm Mary Thompson in studio with Alfie Townsend, our founder and president. Alfie, in your book, Making Waves in Retirement, you cover a lot of great topics, one of which is market volatility.
Yeah.
And there's so much going on in the market right now, and people are concerned.
They are.
How are you helping guide clients through this market volatility?
Well, the main thing, Mary, you cannot be frozen. Okay, a lot of people are frozen. They don't want to do anything because they see wars, they see the election, they see just so many negativity out there. If you turn on, 24-hour news channel we had, back when I first got started in 1983, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have 24-hour news. We didn't have any of that. You had to wait for your statements, right? Once a month, you got to look at your statements. Now, you can look at it on your phone 24/7 if you want when the market's open. So there's so much more to get you sort of scared than there was in the past. So volatility, there's things you can do with volatility. There's, we've talked about what a buffer ETF is. That's an exchange traded fund that protects your money the first 15%, 20% down. Okay, so there's things you can do there. There's things you can do with a structured note that gives you a substantial income, 8 to 10%, but it protects your principal up, at the first 30%. So these are things that you can take advantage. And one of the last things that we really want to do is direct indexing. And direct indexing is the more volatile the market, the better it is, because they're looking for opportunities to sell for losses that you can deduct in the future for gains that you have. So, you can, by sitting doing nothing is not good.
Right.
Okay? And that's why it's hard to really do it yourself a lot of times, because they're making, they're not making the same decision that professionals are making, that emotion is totally out of it. It's not about the emotion, it's about the right decision. So there are things you can do to take advantage of volatility. At the same time, put buffers in there to protect you, so you have that more comfort feeling and not worry so much about the everyday up and down of the market.
And there is opportunity if you look for it, and going to a professional such as yourself, you know how to find those opportunities that fit the needs of your clients.
Yeah, and we really, Mary, what we do is this. We have managers that manage money for big institutions, that big corporations that most people do not have any access to. Right. But we have the access to them, and we can call them and talk to them, and they are investing our clients' money, and that's what makes it great. So I can focus on our clients when they focus on the money, because they're looking at it all the time. What my job is to put our clients in the right place and then keep our clients informed, but they know they're being taken care of by managers that are institutional money managers, that they are taking, that are managing for, some of them are managing for not just big corporations, but states and pension funds and universities.
Yeah, and I can't speak highly enough about institutional investing, comparing that to retail investing. Yeah. You could do retail investing for your grandchildren, but institutional is really special.
Yeah, and we talk about this, Mary, where a lot of people come in and their investments I look at and I say, you have a few $1 million here and you're investing like your grandchild. Yeah. And they say, what do you mean? Well, I say, your grandchild that has $1,000 in the account is the same money, that the same funds that they have, you have. Yeah. And you should have separate managed accounts. You should have different accounts. And after I educate them a little bit about it, they say, you're right. And you want to invest like a billionaire, even though you're not a billionaire, but you want that type of investing.
Right.
You can tell, Mayor, I get a little excited talking about these strategies, and we just love helping our clients here. And if you would like us to help you, give us a call and let's see what we can do for you.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now, where your money matters.
Are you ready to take control of your retirement and create a sound financial future? The first step is simple. Be one of the first 7 callers right now and schedule your complimentary, no risk, no obligation retirement review with Alfie and his concierge team. When you visit Alfie's office, you'll sit down and discuss your unique goals and concerns. Alfie and his team don't just talk about financial planning, they craft personalized solutions. On your first visit, you can also expect expert analysis of your current situation, risk mitigation techniques, and tax-saving strategies. And that's just for starters. In the world of financial planning, experience matters. With more than 40 years of experience, Alfie understands the needs of those who are soon to be or already retired, from investment allocation to income planning, tax strategies, and estate planning. Your retirement success plan awaits simply by taking advantage of Alfie's complimentary, no risk, no obligation retirement review. Be one of the first 7 callers right now at 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. Call now. Your future financial self will thank you.
Long-term care is something that that's how I started my career in 1983, was long-term care. Believe it or not, that was one of the toughest products to explain to people, and it was very hard for people to grasp it, saying, I got to pay all this money, and if I never go in a nursing home or home health care, all that money went to waste. Well, what happened back then was you had to qualify for it. You had to be in really good health, and the company said they'll never raise your rates, but they do have the right to change the rates if the state allows them to raise the rates. And sure enough, that's what happened, and people started just canceling out these policies. So long-term care policies were very complicated back when I first started, and not too many people have a long-term care policy, but the insurance companies listen to a lot of advisors that we were advising them, saying, this is what we need, and if we had something like this, I think the people would really, really run to it. And this is what they developed. They did it with life insurance and they did it with annuities. And how it works is this: you can have an IRA. This is what I think is fascinating about it. First of all, there's no health questions on the IRA one. No health questions. So if you have an IRA, if you have money sitting in the bank, this is really what we call a bond alternative, okay? Where it's going to pay you some money down the road. It will pay money down the road. It earns money while it's paying you money. But on the other hand, if you or your spouse needed home health care benefits or long-term care benefits, that money that they're paying you would double. Okay, think about this. If you were getting $40,000 a year lifetime income coming in, and it could be IRA money, it could be non-IRA money, and then all of a sudden your health gets bad or your spouse's health gets bad. Now remember, if it's IRA money, let's say it's your IRA and your spouse is the one that gets sick, you can let your spouse use your benefits for up to 5 years on double income. Now, it sounds a little confusing, but as long as you can't do 2 out of 6 activity daily living and your doctor is their doctor, this thing will double the income for up to 5 years for either you or your spouse. No questions asked on qualifying for this. You have to, have it for 2 years. That's it. It has to be 2 years old. But there's more details about it. I would love to explain it more in detail to see if it's something that could be in your arsenal with part of your IRA or money that's sitting in the savings to benefit you guys down the road if you ever need it.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Retirement gives you long-awaited opportunities. You finally gain control over how you spend your time. But you also need control of your investments, of your hard-earned money. There are a lot of moving parts, and just saving over the years is the first part. What about generating income, your Social Security, minimizing taxes, or managing risk? If you save for retirement, call us at 239-747-1080. Retirement can last more than 20 years, yet many people don't have enough money saved to get through 1 decade, let alone 2. Call us at 239-747-1080. Let us show you how to make your nest egg go the distance. That's 239-747-1080.
Mondo Uomo offers a remarkable selection of the latest styles in menswear. Visit Mondo Uomo at the Village on Venetian Bay in Naples, Alberto, Bugacci, St. Croix, Zanella. Come see what remarkable shopping is all about.
Remember the Wall Street bailouts? Those same big banks and financial firms have been fined billions for misleading customers. And now they want to manage your retirement savings. Why would you trust them? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. My values are Main Street, not Wall Street. As an independent advisor, I don't work for shareholders, I work for you. If you want a fresh start with a local advisor, give me a call today.